Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sawitra Beriana. I'm class 23A, NPM 2331297. Why is data collection important? Data collection is the foundation of research. It ensures that the findings we present are accurate, relevant, and based on evidence, not just assumptions. It also helps us measure variables, understand patterns, and make decisions supported by facts. Imagine you are building a house without a strong foundation. The house will collapse. Data collection is that foundation. If we collect data regularly, the entire research project becomes unreliable. But with careful and systematic data collection, we build research that is solid, meaningful, and trustworthy. 2. Types of data: primary and secondary. Before talking about the techniques, it's important to understand two categories of data. 1. Primary data. This is data you collect yourself directly from the source. It is original, fresh, and specific to research. Examples include interview, surveys, experiments, or observation. 2. Secondary data. This is data collected by someone else, but use it for your own study. Example include books, journal, government report, database, and online publication. A strong research project often combines both types to create a complete picture. 3. K-data collection technique. Now, let's explore the major techniques researchers use to collect high-quality data. I will discuss 5 main techniques: observation, interview, questionnaires, documentation, and experiments. A. Observation. Observation is one of the oldest and most natural ways of collecting data. It involves watching and recording behaviors, events, or situations directly. There are two types: participant observation. The researchers becomes part of the group being studied. For example, joining a classroom to observe student instruction from within. Non-participant observation. The researchers only watches from the outside without getting involved. For example, observing customer behavior in a store from a distance. Observation is useful because it captures real behavior, not just what people say they do. B. Interview. Interview allows researchers to dig deeper into people's thoughts, feelings, and experience. This technique is rich in detail and help uncover insights that might not appear in surveys. Types of interview include structure, a fixed set of questions asked the same order; semi-structure, a combination of prepared questions with room for follow-up questions; unstructured, a free-flowing conversation guided by the interview's responses. Interviews are powerful because they provide depth. They allow the researchers to explore complex issues and understand human perspective in a more personal way. C. Questionnaires or surveys. Questionnaires are a popular technique in quantitative research. They allow researchers to reach large populations effectively, especially with online tools like Google Form or SurveyMonkey. They can contain closed-ended questions such as multiple choice or rating scales which are easier to analyze. Open-ended question, where participants can rate their thoughts freely. Surveys are great for collecting measurable data option, behaviors, preferences, and demographic information from many people in short time. D. Documentation refers to collecting data from written or recorded materials. This is considered secondary data and includes report, academic journals, archive, photo, official document, online database. This technique is valuable because it provides historical contents, established theories, and exciting findings that help strengthen your research from work. A. Experiments. Experiments are most commonly used in scientific or controlled research. Here, the research manipulates on variable to observe its even effect on other. For example, testing with whether different teaching methods affect student performance. Experiments help establish cause and effect relationship, making them the strongest method for proving what actually works. 4. Choosing the right technique. Choosing a data collection technique depends on several factors: the research objective, the type of data needed, available research, time and accessibility, the skill of the researcher. For deep personal insight, interviews are best. For large-scale patterns, use surveys to understand real behaviors. Choose observation for historical or exciting information. Use documentation, and for testing hypotheses, experiments are ideal. Often, researchers use more than one technique to make their result more accurate. This approach is known as triangulation, and it helps produce bias while ensuring the validity of the findings. 5. Conclusion. To conclude, data collection is the heart of every successful research project. Without reliable data, we cannot produce meaningful results or make informed decisions. By understanding and choosing the right techniques, whether observation, interview, questionnaires, documentation, or experiments, we strengthen the quality of our research and ensure that our conclusions are grounded in evidence. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this explanation help you conduct more effective and thoughtful research in the future.